Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We are back here in Farming Simulator 22. Back on the Elmcreek 4X map. Get the microphone here a little bit closer. Let's get over here to the Challenger. I was just going in and paying off, trying to get our debt mostly paid off for the beginning of the year. Because we are, well, we just traded in our one-seater for this guy. This guy was a used piece of equipment, so we got a great deal on it. And apparently I haven't adjusted my settings for my recording because I just realized that it's in widescreen view. I apologize for that, so you guys are going to see the black bars on the top and bottom. I am just too lazy to deal with that at the moment, so we're just going to continue on. Let's get this beast fired up and get over to the field. We're gonna do a field of oats. It's not quite time yet to plant beans or corn, but that's gonna be next on the menu. We can do that beginning of April. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat and decide to mute the microphone. I do not have track IR running right now, so... And the game is apparently loading in quite a few things. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it has to do with an update that recently came in. I don't know. But we're going to roll with it anyway because that's the kind of mood I'm in. So part of the reason why we are going to be planting oats is because of the animals we're going to be getting. If you recall, I have this particular map set up and do 3 separate, make sure we can fit through here. This is a case planter. Ooh, just barely got by that fence. I do have this particular map set up into 3 separate, well, farms for the most part. We do have, where we're at, the orange is our main farm. The green is the co-op, which has 3 fields, and orange is our mowing company, which currently does not own any other land, although in the not too distant future those big blocks of green on around it will be owned by that company. If anything, it'll give them something to where they can cut and bale hay and sell it to the co-op or to other farmers, so that way they can get, you know, their income outside of just landscaping and snow plowing. But in the meantime, let's get courseplay going here. Let's see here. We're gonna do, well, with this we'll do 2 headlands. I'll probably take up most of it. I like a 10% overlap. For me, it's just the way I like it. So we're gonna generate the coursework, which is right there. We'll close that up. Can we zoom? Yes, we can zoom in. We can see how that's set up. Oop, one thing. Let's start on the center. I like starting on the center because it means, well, if anything, it means I don't have to redrive over anything that's already been worked more than once. Well, I guess parts of it would be twice, but you know what I mean. When we finish, we're going to be on the outside of the field. So we're going to go ahead and hit start job and come in here and make sure he does his job. I don't know why in the external view when we hire somebody, if they can just kick us into the passenger seat, because that's a thing now, as far as having multiple people in the field, or in the tractors, you know, passengers and whatnot. So it would be nice if they could kind of do that, you know, get a little add-on. I don't recall ever putting a front license plate on this, but technically in the States, to my knowledge, farm equipment doesn't need license plates, but we're just rolling with it with the game. pain to take that front off. I hate front license plates on anything. Thankfully, the great state of Ohio stopped requiring that, so I no longer have a front license plate on any of my vehicles. Woohoo! So I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. One thing I did want to let you guys know, I did outright buy the mortuary assistant. In case you guys couldn't tell, it definitely scared the crap out of me more than once. But it was entertaining enough that I decided to buy it, and we're gonna play it. I'm gonna bring it in full to the channel. Alright, shut up, phone. I'm glad I had you on, well, I'm glad I had you on vibrate, not auto, or, you know, noisy. I'm gonna outright mute you now. Thank you. As I talk to my inanimate objects, I guess it's better than talking to my dogs and none talking back. So this is the only field that we're going to be planting at the moment. So, like I said, we can't do anything else until April. Right now, I only really want one field for oats. I'm thinking those two for certain will probably be corn. I'm going to have those three, just because of the size of them, be beans. As far as the corn goes, I'm thinking I might invest in a, what are those called? Not a harvester, but the one that, I'll just call it a chopper. I'll take it in the field, get everything chopped up, and make it into corn silage for the most part. So that's one thing I'm thinking of. Although I could possibly get one of those through the co-op, have the co-op buy it, that way we can use that throughout the county. So one of the games rather that I've been playing, or maps, we'll go with maps, that I've been doing off screen, off camera, and Farming Sim had been the Welker Farms map. I don't know, I just started playing it one night and I just haven't been able to stop, and then I realized, you know, I should probably make an actual video for Farming Sim to come out here shortly. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. This is in between my own personal playthrough on Welker Farms. I like that map. It's not as big as I was kind of hoping that they would make it. Granted, you know, scale-wise, they only have so much room, so I get that, I understand that, but it's just one of those things that would be nice if, you know, given how the scale of, you know, some of these farms, the same was with Millennial Farmer, it just seemed like it was a lot smaller than what he actually farms. Again, that could just be me and thinking, you know, it should be a lot bigger than it is, but I get the fact that there's restrictions. It doesn't upset me that much. Just it would be nice just to see what kind of scale someone can make the full farmland. One that I would really enjoy, though, if someone would make it, would be the farm that Brian Family Farms, or, you know, Brian's farming videos has. The reason being, he's in Ohio. He's in southern Ohio-ish, kind of south of Columbus, but so not quite in my local area. But yeah, I know there's a map. I can't remember what it's called. I even haven't. I played it. That's kind of located pretty darn close to me. But again, I've been trying to keep things condensed and kind of all in one type of deal for the sake of not only you guys, but my own sanity, so I can remember what's going on. And this planter is actually doing a lot better than I was expecting it to. For it being used, the shop said it was ready to plant. So I took him for their word, and I took it straight from the shop. Well, I filled it up at the shop, bought the seed and whatnot for it. Took it straight from there and brought it straight out to the field, as you guys saw. Trying to see exactly what this guy's doing. I really have no clue what he's doing. It just seems to be a very... I'm so confused as to what he's doing. I think he's getting ready to do the headlines, though. Because if he's not, I'm going to be rather upset. So yeah, for those of you who've watched me for a while know that I'm kind of more of a John Deere fanboy type of deal when it comes to the game, but lately, the red team, Case IH, have been bringing in a lot more equipment that have been kind of up to what I like to run, like this seeder, planter, whatever you want to call it. This is one that I have found myself using when you pull it up in the, well, since we're still doing this, I'll just go ahead and do it right now. Oop, wrong way. Went too far. Alright, so it's the precision disc. You have these three options with the mod. This is the one I'm particularly using right now. As you can see, it's kind of set up to have this being towed behind it. However, when you come in here, you see that's set up for Precision Disc 500. You can do 500 plus or 500 T2, which is what I currently have. And I also have the fill level monitor on there, which gives you this little screen in the front. However, on my Wilker Farms map, I actually have this set up. And as you can see, you can change it up, but it gives you 10,000 liters capacity. Again, you can do the field monitor level, or fill level monitor. But at the same time, it looks like, I mean, I don't have it with AMI situations just because I'm not that big of a fan of an extra one being used. You could have it set up where you have this being towed behind or in between. And that just gives you more capacity for these two. Ooh, we're almost done. The only downside to the course play is it doesn't quite get every part of the field. I can set it up to where it doesn't do like the curved corners, but instead it'll run the risk of cutting corners on the inner part of the field. I figure kind of like that. If anything, what I can do is I can kind of go in and shave the corners, as it were. Make it grass instead of just being a plantable area. I'm still up in the air as how I'm going to be handling that in the future going forward. Just because it's almost realistic, I would think. Maybe not with the turning with it down and everything, but you know, it's about as realistic as, you know, farming sim can get, I guess. You can see some tracks there on the right there that I was slipping in, and tore up the grass. And that's the other reason why I use precision farming, and I kind of do it this way. It forces me to not tear up the field once I have it planted, or anything else for that matter. Alright, so we are finished up here. Can you fold up, please? There we go. Get this folded up and taken back to the field. Back to the farm. And I don't know what I'm gonna do between now and beginning of April. But one thing I'm thinking I might do is just not necessarily speed up time, but just kind of putt around the farm. Maybe I might kick over to the co-op, see what kind of jobs are available there, because I've got an itchy nose. But worst case scenario, you guys will catch up when we are getting ready to plant these other fields. This thing fits where I want it to go. Alright guys, so the rest of the yesterday was kind of a wash. We didn't really do much, just kind of did some general maintenance around the farm. We actually just got this guy pulled out first thing this morning while my cup of coffee was being made, or you know, brewing as it were. Just because I want to get this out, make sure everything is looking good. We're not having any issues with airflow, seed flow, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I brought this out, unfolded it, then went in, had my cup of coffee, ate breakfast, you know, and it's still, you know, right around 7 o'clock right now. So let's get up in here. Just fired up. I know this fruit can't be planted in March. We're not planting right now. So shush. And just make sure everything looks good. Seems to be alright. Flows good. Tire pressure feels good. Feels like it might be a little low on air, so we have to get some air pressure builds up in that. I'm going to grab the pressure gauge here. Yeah, just a little low. We'll get that filled up. Feel like they're free moving for us. Road cleaners. Checking those here real quick. So far they all seem to be free rolling, which is good. grab the air compressor hose off of here. Okay, we're going on pressure now. Toss that hose back up there. There we go. Doesn't seem to be. See if I could possibly open things up and get the slider to drop, but not so much. Alright. Nope, wrong button. Well. Yeah, it shut down. So, we're gonna let even though we weren't running it much, we're gonna let everything cool down here real quick before we go to fold things up. So I'm gonna leave that running because we're gonna need that. Pressure. I'm going to grab our grease gun. I'm gonna go through and hit all the loop points here. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. We got everything lubed up, ready to go. I have it filled up with seed, fertilizer. It's all set up for corn. So that's going to be the first thing that we plant tomorrow. I don't think it's going to rain, but we're just going to back it up into here just to be on the safe side. At least that way it'll be kept out of the elements. So who's buzzing my farm out there? And yeah, so I think with that being said, guys, we're gonna call the video there. I may do the next video with us planting corn and soybeans. Guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post and not just a select few here and there. With that being said, guys, until next time, take care. Peace.